Gentlemen, I can't wait to see what you do to that traitor in your championship match this Sunday.
Yeah, and the best part will be when I bring his championship back to SmackDown with me.
To SmackDown? That championship is staying right here on Raw.
Look, no offense, but you're not even in my league.
Don't put your grubby hands
Well, wait for
on
Sunday.
me.
All right,
Let's go right now.
Stop
Fine
it,
with me.
both of you.
Oh my gosh!
That was your fault.
My fault. You're the one who shoved him.
I was trying to get him out of
What's going on, Godzilla Nation? This is our Godzilla, and we are back with more WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 24/7 mode. Thank you for joining me as always. Didn't think we'd kick that episode off with a cutscene like that, but that's what went down. Triple H and Booker T now in the pocket of Vince McMahon, as we have learnt in the previous episode. After Shane O'Mac has thrown us under the bus, we are now fooling ourselves for starters for getting behind Stephanie and Shane. But we're now feeling the wrath of Vince McMahon in full. He wants to make sure our reign as WWE Champion is as uncomfortable as ever. He is throwing everything at us. And ladies and gentlemen, this episode is going to be action-packed. So if you're keen to see more of this, you gotta hit that like button down below if you're new to the channel. Do myself a favour, and if you want to support myself further, you can hit that subscribe button. But we're kicking it off. Monday Night Raw. Let's have a look what's on the cards. We are taking on King Booker and Triple H. Handicap match.
We're just 6 days away from the Royal Rumble. Hi, everyone. It's good old JR, Jim Ross, and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And Kingfish.
Why are we shaking his hand?
Everyone's getting on Mr. McMahon's bad side lately.
As fired up as the chairman is these days, that's not hard to do.
And that has led to a cross-brand, no disqualification, handicap
No,
match
don't
tonight.
acknowledge Chris Masters,
Not to
please.
mention a triple threat championship match this Sunday. This is getting ugly.
Okay, so it's a triple threat match at the pay-per-view. Okie dokie. See, the one thing I would have appreciated a bit more is when you're having a negative feud with someone, don't shake their hands backstage.
If this superstar wins the championship at the Royal Rumble and takes it back to SmackDown with him.
Not
Be
happening.
an absolute tragedy. And I'd lay the blame squarely at the feet of our no-good backstabbing champion.
A King Booker. So if you've missed some episodes along the way, I'll catch you up on what went down. So, Stephanie and Shane want to take Vince down a peg now that Vince has aligned himself with ECW. So I came on board, as per their request, to shake things up a little bit. We went to ECW's pay-per-view December to Dismember, where we took on not one, not two, but 3 ECW superstars that night, and we won each of those matches. We kind of knocked him back a peg, but he came back firing, and as soon as he had Shane in his crosshairs, we were thrown under the bus. Shane denied all responsibility, said that it was ourselves that was behind the entire scheme, and obviously, as Vince McMahon does, he bought every single word that came out of Shane O'Mac's mouth, and now we are in this pit of despair. But it's okay, because while the odds have been stacked against us, we still have been coming out on top. So the proverbial bag of dicks, we can pull that out, and Vince McMahon can have a good old munch as far as I'm concerned. But we've got our hands full right here. 2-on-1 handicap match.
The uncrowned King of Raw hopes to bring home the gold this Sunday at the Royal Rumble.
And the best way for him to do that is to put a serious hurt on the champion here tonight.
During this feud, they've mentioned that I'm taking on the Kings of WWE. We've got King Booker on SmackDown King of Kings Triple H on Raw. I can get behind the likeness there. The whole King of Wrestling thing could have actually been a unique concept if they had gone down the tag team route in real life. That would have been interesting. But alas, Jeff Hardy is going to have to overcome both Triple H and Booker T tonight. If anything, just to have a little bit of momentum heading into the pay-per-view. Which apparently is going to be a triple threat match. And I don't mind that fact at all, because that bodes well in my favour. Some would argue that the triple threat match always has the champion at disadvantage because of the fact that the champion doesn't need to be pinned or submitted in order to lose their championship. But with that being said, opportunists can strike at the right moment and allow two superstars to kind of take each other out, and then we just dive in when the moment's right. We've seen many superstars in the past execute the opportunist angle perfectly. Edge, we have seen Randy Orton, we have seen Chris Jericho, Triple H even in some instances. Is Jeff Hardy going to be the next opportunist?
But there's no doubt that this match could have a significant impact on Sunday's Triple Threat Championship match.
Absolutely. 2-on-1, no disqualifications. Forget about winning. He'll be lucky to survive this.
And the fact that triple threat matches in this game warrant a no disqualification rating. So we get the chance to get extreme. Just like we can tonight. Handicap, no DQ. That's what they just said on commentary. So if we need to bust out some weapons, we know exactly how it's going to go down. Jeff Hardy relishes the opportunity to get his hands on some chairs.
I think someone's looking for a weapon.
Is it a sledgehammer here? No.
This could get ugly.
It's a barbed wire 2x4. Come on, Book.
That's the way to do it. Keep going.
The target indicating in this game is terrible.
Wow. If he keeps this up, this could be over quick.
He's certainly not showing his opponent any mercy here
Nice
tonight.
drop toe hold there by Booker T. Triple H is going to do myself a favor and throw me out of the ring. Thank you. That's where I was heading anyway.
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly
There's a
give you
sledgehammer underneath this particular side.
One.
But we're going to grab ourselves a chair.
Enough, you're bound to find a weapon of some sort or another. No!
Oh, I'm getting choked out.
Or you allow something like that.
Just as Jeff was about to strike with that chair, he's getting choked out outside the ring.
You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No. But having the
Oh, is
crowd
Booker to go for the
behind you
spinneroonie?
can certainly get the adrenaline.
No, he was just teasing it. I thought we were going to get a good old AI spinneroonie then.
He's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his
Alright,
breath.
look, I'm going to grab my chair. I'm getting back in the ring.
Oh,
That's for
man.
you, Book.
Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King.
Look, Hunter, that's not nice. No.
Boy, Booker T will tell you how great he is until you
Jesus Christ, nice hip toss.
Quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up or shut up.
What are you talking about, JR? He's a world heavyweight champion and a 5-time WCW champion.
Look, Jeff for the reverse twist of fate.
Away from Booker's accomplishments, but I've seen superstars with twice as good grief. I don't
Booker T's
care
been
how
knocked the
tough you
fuck
are.
out.
A chair
Triple
shot
H has been
is
knocked
a
the fuck
chair
out.
shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue.
Triple H's ankle's been shattered.
Oh, no. This is terrible. You can't let your
What's
opponent
Booker
build
T
this
going
kind of
for here?
momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
Oh,
Nice
no.
DDT
Oh,
reversal
the looks of
there.
this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
And all momentum in this match now is swinging the way of Jeff Hardy.
Oh. I think we're going to find out just how much
Another twist of fate.
the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each
Not
other
happening,
to the
Hunter.
limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until...
I think someone's going for
Here
a
we go.
risk move, JR.
That's Swanton Bomb, baby. And now we get the pin on Book.
And it's been reversed.
Come on, count it, ref.
You may get the 3 count here.
1, 2, 3. Get wrecked. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Getting that W.
I don't believe it. Talk about overcoming the odds.
As much as I can't stand this guy, I have to admit, that was one of the most incredible victories I've ever seen.
But the question remains, does he have enough left to retain his championship at the Royal Rumble?
Highly unlikely. He'll be facing the same opponents, and he's carrying a lot of damage in with him.
Mr. McMahon might not have liked the outcome of this match, but Sunday could be a different story.
I can just about guarantee it, and it's not going to have a happy ending for the champ.
Get around your WWE champion.
Your days as champion are numbered. After the Sunday's Royal Rumble, the championship is going to be around the waist of someone who deserves to hold it. Because that's what I want. And what I want, I get.
Oh, you'll be getting something, and it's a bag full of disappointment and some dicks to munch on. Let's get in some R&R. I hate that we lose so much fan popularity every time we do an R&R session, but it needs to be done. Superstar info, no. I know going into this week we had some injuries that we needed to worry about. Let's go on a trophy date, because that's going to up our popularity. It is going to fatigue us by 10%. So then all we'll do then to counteract that... No, we'll do a charity event. Get some popularity back that way. See, we only get +2 for charity events, and then when we take the R&R, it's -15. See, we're suffering from multiple contusions and serious bruising. You should remain in bed at all, if possible, and we should not engage in a title defense. Okay. Apparently, Coachman laughed at that recommendation. Let's go on another trophy date. Which was a big success.
I don't like the idea that a SmackDown superstar could win the championship this Sunday. But let's face it, you become a liability to Raw as champion. And you certainly haven't made my life any easier over the last few weeks.
Well, I'm going to hate to disappoint, but when I bring this title... Well, not bring this title back because it hasn't left Raw. But when I come back to Raw with this championship around my waist, it's going to taste bittersweet. WWE Championship on the line in a triple threat match. Lashley and Marcus, Undertaker, Chavo, Ric Flair and Randy Orton in the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Time to get this triple threat underway.
This is it, the Royal Rumble.
Get ready to crown a new champion tonight.
I just hope that SmackDown doesn't walk out of here with the title.
That won't happen. Have a little faith in Raw, will you?
3 of the WWE's greatest superstars square off for the championship tonight, live on pay-per-view.
Wonder who's going to win the Royal Rumble match. That's going to be interesting.
He's suffered defeat at the hands of the champion recently.
A couple of
And
times.
he's not a superstar who handles losing well.
And with our most prestigious championship on the line, this is as perfect an opportunity for payback as he's going to get.
Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, if you were to book a pay-per-view and the main event was a triple threat match for the championship, which 3 superstars would you like to see go head-to-head-to-head in a triple threat match? They can be superstars that no longer compete, superstars that have passed on. I personally would like to see a really technically sound match. So I would probably have superstars in the mix like Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho. Actually, Jericho v Benoit v Angle would have been brilliant, because you would have had the crippler crossface against the ankle lock against the walls of Jericho. A triple threat match with 3 of the most technically sound wrestlers that WWE has ever seen, and submission specialists. That would be my match. Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. That would have been sick back in the day. Curious to know how you would book it though. Which triple threat match would you like? Which superstars would you throw together for a triple threat match? Bit out there, bit different.
The champion has gotten the better of him in their recent series of matches. But will tonight be his night?
I think it will. The championship is on the line, and he's going to pull out all the stops tonight.
I like getting a little bit creative when it comes to the WWE content and the questions I ask you guys. Also, because there's a Royal Rumble match going on here, if you need to look up the roster online, feel free to do so. But let me know your prediction for who you think is going to win this Royal Rumble. Which superstar in this game is going to win the Royal Rumble match at this pay-per-view? Comment section down below. I'm going to predict... Oh, who are we going to go with here? If Chris Masters won it, that would piss me off. I'm going to say it will be out of... The Undertaker's already competing, so I don't know whether he'll double up. I'm going to go either with The Undertaker or Mr. Kennedy as an outside choice. Man, I love Triple H. Easily well within my top 5 superstars of all time. I grew up in the Attitude Era, in which he played a huge part in, mind you. Especially with his role in D-Generation X, which is my favourite faction of all time. Yes, even more so than NWO.
I can't imagine being in a worse position than this man.
More than the
After
Bullet
weeks
Club.
of enduring overwhelming odds, 2 titans of sports entertainment are coming for his championship.
And even if he survives tonight, he's still on Mr. McMahon's hit list.
That's the biggest worry for Jeff out of this. He can walk out of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view with the gold still around his waist, but that doesn't mean Vince McMahon is going to drop off anytime soon. It just means that temporarily we have overcome another obstacle. And that's all we can do at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, just one obstacle at a time. But coming up next, WWE Championship on the line. King Booker, King of Kings, King of Extreme. Triple threat match, let's get it done. And of course I'm going to start off by missing a simple Irish whip because I'm an absolute idiot.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolute... Can his opponent kick
I didn't mean to go for the pin attempt there. But you two can just kick the shit out of each other for a little bit. I'm going to grab a chair.
And all of it can inflict a lot of damage on an opponent. Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised.
I wasn't aiming to run out the ring. I was
who didn't, King?
hoping to line up Triple H.
Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't
I hate
take too
that
many
the
of
chair
those and
shots
expect
while
to
they're
continue.
grounded don't connect.
I think it's pretty obvious.
But we've already
which way
got
this one's
Booker
gonna
T in
go,
a
JR.
rather precarious position, which is fantastic.
This is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR. but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for
He's now going to focus his attention on the bookman.
No easy feat.
That's okay, because I'm going to grab myself another chair.
I wonder what he's going to find.
Whack.
What a vicious chair shot.
That chair was never meant to be used like that, JR. I'm not sure I agree.
See, I'm trying to run and attack Booker T.
Oh man, I think
Oh, can we drop it?
High-risk move here.
Yes, we can. His throat has been crushed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, nice drop toe hold there by Booker T.
Find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand.
Temporarily flooring the WWE Champion. He's going up top. He's getting tossed down. Jeff Hardy goes up. He's coming down with a Swanton Bomb, which he nails, mind you. Could be too early for the pin here. 1, 2. Way too early. I don't know whether Triple H attempting to break up the pin played factor there, but a near 2 fall.
The #1 brand of sports entertainment.
Jeff Hardy on Booker T.
You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement.
Fatigue starting to set in.
High-risk move, JR.
Another Swanton Bomb nailed again. Could this be it?
And here's the pin.
1, 2.
They've got something on their minds, JR.
Triple H managed. I know for a fact Triple H just broke that one up.
To say whatever they want.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done? No. He's going up, JR. This could be big.
Swanton Bomb on Triple H. Let's go for the cover.
Looking at a pinfall here,
1, 2, 3. We retain. Jeff Hardy has retained in a triple threat match, ladies and gentlemen.
He did it. Against all odds, he somehow managed to retain the championship.
I hate giving this guy the least bit of credit, but that was as impressive a victory as I've ever seen.
The uncrowned king of Raw remains uncrowned.
Eat
I've
shit.
seen SmackDown take that loss, but at least the championship stays here on Raw.
No, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a heel turn.
Be too happy about this victory, though.
This is just salt in the wound for Vince McMahon.
Next to you and not next to the chairman right now.
You want to send your lackeys to do your dirty work? I'll prove a point, and I'll leave him bloodied to prove that point.
True king of sports entertainment.
Enjoy it while it lasts, fella.
Keep sending them my way, Vince. Keep lining them up. I'll keep knocking them down. Mr. Kennedy has won the Royal Rumble. Well, I did say either Undertaker or Mr. Kennedy. I would have probably preferred the Undertaker, because Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy, we've seen it before. But Mr. Kennedy now holds the opportunity to headline WrestleMania. Two kings bested by champion. The phone is blowing up. But ladies and gentlemen, that's where this episode comes to a close. You know how it goes. If you have been enjoying this, hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you wish to support myself a little bit further, hit that subscribe button down below. There's plenty of episodes along the journey that you can go check out in case you have missed or you just want to catch up on them. Playlist linked in the description. You are welcome. If you want to follow me on social media, those are down there as well, just for your convenience, because I'm that kind of person. I like making things easy. Hit that notification bell before you leave, so every time something brand new hits the channel, you guys get notified straight away. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.